Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world away, and we now got issue 90 of Eagle Moss's Build a Delorean. Okay, before I get cracking on what's in this, I need to explain something. Now, all of you subscribers who subscribe to this and get it delivered in 4 parts every month, you would have got a little pack of lights to replace the lights that we had about 3 issues ago, where we should have blue lights, but they sent yellow ones out. Well, what does that do for the people that get it from the newsagents? Well, in issue 90 of the newsagents, we get this, which comes actually in the pack, and they've sent out the correct lights. So I need to replace the lights, which I'll show you what lights I'm going to replace in the unit later on. But it's good. That means every eventuality is covered. All the people who are subscribed have got theirs, and now all the people that get theirs for the newsagents get theirs. So well done, Eagle Moss. Very good. Okay, what we got to do in this issue, as you can see, we've got a whole heap of stuff here. We've got some pipes, we've got AP screws, QM screws, and lots of hinges and stuff. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing. We're going to be attaching this engine cover to the vehicle. So, looking at the magazine here, we've got just these little catch section we're going to put in first. Then we're going to be putting the hinge in. Then we're going to be screwing the hinge to the vehicle with the engine plate, and then that's that bit done. And then last but not least, we're going to be assembling some pipe work, although that's not going anywhere yet. So should be a quick issue. Who knows? I'm sure we're going to have problems because some of these bits look really fiddly. So let's get cracking on it. Stage 1, we're going to open this pack up because we need a spring, and we need a little section which they're calling part 90D. So there's the spring. Oh, it's tiny. It's really tiny. So, and part 90D, look, I'm going to point to it, one of these cameras here. Matter of fact, let's just zoom this camera up a little bit more so you can see that. There we go. So that is part 90D. So what they want us to do is on the short end, oh God, this is really funky. Okay, so on the, we've got 2 ends on this, let's show you on this camera here. We've got 2 ends. We've got one longer end and one little stubbly end. It's the little stubbly end that spring's going to go on. Just like that. Can you see that? It's tiny. Okay, once we got that, we're going to be putting this into the vehicle. Now, it can only go in one way because you've got an indent in the vehicle just down there. Just there. God, I've got some shadow on that today, haven't I? Just in there. But we need to put it so that the spring is facing sort of like towards it. Now, as you can see, the bit that I'm actually holding it on is the bit that it's actually going to go in by. So, let's see if I can put this in. I'm going to let gravity help me here, without it falling out. So it's going to go in this way, just like this here. So I'm going to push the spring in, I think that's probably the best, and then push it all the way in. Get that in, just like that. Now I'm keeping my finger over the top of it at the moment because that's going to want to ping out, and we need to keep that in place. So to keep that in place, we're going to be using this little bracket here, looking just like that, and it's going to be secured in with QM screws. These are those famous QM screws that we had again when we attach the doors. So what I'm going to try and do is this is going to be fun. Right, I'm going to try and get this bit over the top, so I'm holding it in with, there we go, like that. I want to make sure that this is still spring loaded, which it is, and while I'm still holding it, I'm sorry if you can't really see this very well, I'm going to try and do it on the close-up cam. I'm going to try and load up the screw, get a, oh god, no, not good. Load a screw. Oh, this is fiddly, just to get this in here. Okay, so I think I've managed to get one screw just started there, which should keep that in place. Oh, that was tricky. Now, you just know a load of you are going to have problems with those springs pinging off into all sorts of directions. So you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. But when you've got that in, if I just show you on this camera here, you should look like that, and it should have a little thing that can push in, like a little button there. So that's that bit completed. Once we've done that, as you can see, we've got a catch on this side as well. So when it pushes in, that's what's going to release the catch. That's how that works. Okay, we're going to put that to one side. Okay, step 6, 7 and 8, we need to put this metal thing through this little black thing here. Now, I'm holding it this way round, and the metal wants to be hanging down that way. So the bend's on like that. So when we put this in, which I'm going to just feed through now. Basically, you just feed through one side, like this, and then just sort of like thread it round all the way so it looks just like that at the end. That's pretty cool, just like the picture. And once we've got that in, we're going to be putting this into this little hinge here. Now, when this sits in here, it's going to be sitting in just like that. Sorry, it's going to be sitting in the other way. It's going to be sitting in just like that. God, they keep changing their pictures. So that hinge is going to be sitting in just like that there. I'm just turning the page now because it's this hinge here that we've just put on, which is going to go on the vehicle, which means I need to bring the vehicle over now so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so this is basically going to be going on this bit here, and that hinge that we just saw there is going to be attaching to this hole just here. This is how it's going to attach. Again, I can see this being very, very fiddly. So when we attach this, we're going to be attaching it with AP screws. It's a different screw to what we used last time. So I'm just opening my AP screws up. We'll get one loaded up because once one of these are in, we're not going to have a problem with the top. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that in there like that. And then we'll start this off now because you just know it's going to fall out. I think what I'm going to do is actually start this off and then I'm going to thread it through. There you go. Look, I've put that in. I apologise for cutting away there. I had to do that. There's no way I was going to get this put in with gravity because I needed gravity, sorry, to get those screws in. If I was going to put it in this way, that was never going to happen. And while I've got this here, if I just zoom this camera out a little bit, you can see that... all the way actually. These are the lights that we're going to be replacing. These are actually yellow on here and they should be blue. But yeah, that's how it's going to look once we've got just that bit in there. Once we've done that, we're going to be attaching the actual cover now. Now the cover has actually got hinges on it. As you can see, we put the hinges on last time. And that's going to be fitting in just like this on these hinges here. And then I'm guessing we're going to be putting the little hinge on the back onto that section. So once that's in place just like that, we're going to be bolting this down with QM screws. That's the little ones again. So this should be a nice quick bit. I just noticed while doing this video that the first bit I'm pointing everything to a small camera here and the camera wasn't actually on, which is a pain. That's why you now getting close-ups when you weren't getting close-ups before, so I apologise for that. But I think this is a little fiddly issue, this one. But it is going to be good to change these lights over, that's for sure, to blue ones. As I said, I'm not going to be using them anyway. I'm going to be using EL rope around the vehicle when that comes in. So when they're in, that was step 12. All we need to do then is we need to attach the, it says on the underside of the engine cover, fit the stay in place by putting the post in part 90A and the hole indicated. So when I lift this up, which is going to be fun to do, because you've got a catch in there. Oh, how can I get this up now? I'm going to have to do it from underneath. There we go, like that. So we've got this hole in here where this is going to eventually, I suppose, go on that unit. How does it go on that unit? Ah, I see. We're going to have to turn this thing upside down, I think, to get to it. So let's do that now. Okay, so hopefully you can see this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to be having this basically set up just like that. So the hinge is now attached to that vehicle. I want to make sure it's straight, and it's going to be secured in with that hole there with a QM screw, one of the small screws again. It's nice that they've sent us some spares in this one, I have to say. But all of this issue, by the look of it, was just to put the engine cover in place. So I've opened it, but at least it's attached. Hey, at least we know it works. So once that's in nice and tight, it's not going to get any tighter than that, that's for sure. That is that into place. So I'm going to turn this back over, just like that. And then what we'll try and do is open this up so you can see what that looks like. I'll zoom this camera out a bit so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to push it from the outside, and as you can see now, the hinge is attached on that side. It can only open a certain distance now. So that is the engine cover in. I would say that was nice and simple, but that was fiddly as hell. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put the car on the floor, because the last bit we need to do, get rid of my cloth, is just to work with these 3 pipes here. We've got these 2 white ones, and they're quite simply going together. As you can see, this one's got like a half moon sort of shape. I'm just zooming in there. And then this one's just going to be going on just like that. And it's going to be secured with an AP screw. Now, the only screws that we got in this pack were QM and AP, so it is really nice that we haven't got to keep going back to the archive of screws we've got. So we'll put this one in first. This is step 15, by the way. And then once that's in, the last bit we got is just this little bit here, which is going to be going in, just making sure that it's the right way round. If that's going in like that, I don't suppose it matters, does it? Because this looks very generic. As a matter of fact, no, they have got it going a different way. So we need it to be going in, oh God, this way here so that the... Oh, this is hard, right? Okay. So if we're holding this just like that, then this pipe work is going to be going on basically that way round. Okay, so the screw's looking at that. Let's just show you that on that camera. So the screw's looking like that, and that's going to be going in just like that. That is quite difficult. Study the picture on that one, because you don't want to get that the wrong way round. Not quite sure where this pipe work goes yet. I'm guessing it's going on the engine cover somewhere. But we'll get that screwed in. Once this is screwed in, it is available to be moved. So, you know, if you've made a mistake with this sort of direction, it's not a problem. But you do need to make sure it's orientated just like that. And guess what? That's it. That was part 90. Let's have a look what we got coming in part 91. It says we're going to be bringing together the upper and lower assemblies of your DeLorean. Does that mean we're going to be screwing it together? Ooh, that's going to be good. Been waiting to do that. And that was issue 90. So issue 91 coming next Thursday. Hope you like that video. Sorry it's a bit choppy, but there you go. Sometimes these things happen. Anyway, take care.